Now, here's the thing. This is my coaching quadrant. This is how I help my agents and the folks that I coach uncover what the needs are and where they need to go and what will happen if they don't change. All right. So you can open that up and you can look at it if you want to, but just listen if you would for a second. The way that this works is with your clients is how many of you raise your hand if change seems uncomfortable or scary, you run towards it like it's a strawberry shortcake. Raise your hand if that's you. No, Pafua, it's not you. It's not you, Terry. It's not you, Kim. Yeah, I'm seeing Kathy, not you. Joanne, not you. Okay, guess what? It's the same for your clients. If they're scared to sell because they're not sure they're going to get what they want, if they're scared to buy because they're afraid they're going to pay too much, or if they're scared to sell because they're not sure they're going to be able to find their next home, all of these things, COVID, whether you think COVID's a big thing or not, to some of our sellers and buyers, is a big thing, right? And all of these things that are scary, they're running from it like it's a razor sharp meat cleaver instead of a strawberry shortcake. Okay. And I mean, I'm being over the top, but it's true. And here's what it comes down to, guys. Your ability to close business and make a commission is directly determined by the power of your conversations. Because if you are only waiting on the highly motivated that are ready, willing, and able to run off the cliff and go for the strawberry shortcake, your opportunity is going to decrease, which means that your ability to reach your goals will decrease. Now let's take this from about you to about your client. If you are not as proficient and uncovering motivation and helping your client move through fear to motivation, then you're doing your client a disservice because you're not helping them get what they want. You're not helping them get what they want. And this is how you take this from a transactional business to a relationship business. Do you guys get that? Does that make sense? It's powerful conversations. All right. So on this worksheet, what you'll see is you are going to, and I'm going to make this just very easy. Let me start recording here. You got to agree to it that you're okay with being recorded and being on the call. There you go. It's all about disclosure. Positive present. So I'm going to make this very easy. So you can go back and listen to this recording because I am putting it on Facebook and it does look like it's streaming. You can go back and listen. So let's make this easy. So what is positive present? Positive present is in the top left quartile. Positive present is, I want to move to Florida, or if I'm up north, I want to buy a new house, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go, right? I'm not sure. I want something, but I'm not sure. So let me actually make this more specific. I want to sell my house no matter where you live in the United States. I want to sell my house, but I'm afraid to put it on the market because I'm not sure of where I'm going to go. That's universal across the United States, right? Okay. So the positive present is that, you know what? I'm kind of happy where I'm at. I've been living in this house for 10 years. Terry said, I just got that last night. I've been living in this house for 10, 20 years, whatever it is, and it meets my basic needs. And yes, I would love to move, but I'm okay where I'm at, right? So you ask them about that. So how do you do that? Positive present. Well, you make them talk about it. You say, okay, well, what do you like about your home? Well, I like this. I like this. I like this. Okay, that sounds great. That's wonderful. What else do you like about your home? I like this. I like this. I like this. Well, why did you buy this home? I like this. I like this. Okay, great. That's positive present. That's telling you everything they like about their current situation. Then the next part of that conversation is, okay, well then why do you want to sell? So you had them in what's called positive present, and now you're going to take them into negative present, which is, why do you want to sell? Well, I need a bigger house, or I need a smaller house. Well, why do you need a bigger house or you need a smaller house? Well, I need a bigger house because I'm having kids. I need a smaller house because I'm downsizing. I want to be closer to the beach. Whatever it is, ask them the questions that are going to determine why they want to sell, just why they have an inkling about it. Here's the important thing, guys. When you ask them, why do you want to sell? And they give you the answer, you're going to say, what other reason? And then you're going to say, well, why is that important to you? Why is it important to you for you to have this certain thing that you don't have, which is why you want to sell? So now you're creating a negative around their present situation. Does that make sense? They told you all the stuff they love, which is positive present. And now they're telling you all the stuff they want to change about their current situation. Then you take them over into negative future. So you go from the top left of the quadrant to the bottom left, then over to the bottom right. Negative future. This is where you want to sit and stir up the pain. Okay? All right, so what I hear you saying is that you want to downsize and move to a smaller home for whatever reason. What if you're not able to do that? Well, I'll just stay where I'm at. Okay, but what if staying where you're at causes you to not be able to go and travel and see your grandkids as much as you want to? How do you feel about that? Well, that would stink. Well, yeah, it would stink. But let me ask you this. How would your grandkids feel if they knew that the reason that you weren't coming to see them is because you chose not to downsize out of this bigger home and bigger cost into this smaller home, smaller cost? Now, even if it's a luxury purchase, you can still find the pain. I'm being very quick here. Even if it's a luxury purchase, you can still find the pain because they want it for some reason. Maybe it's to invite people to their beautiful home so that they can show off of their grandeur of living in Naples. Well, how will your friends and family feel when they come to this house that you've always had that's a little bit dated versus this new beautiful home that they can come spend the evening with and you can entertain them? Well, they probably like the new home better. You get where I'm going with that, right? You want to stay in that negative future because what you're showing them now is if you don't get what you want, here's what's going to happen. Then you take them to positive future, which is, okay, well, what if I could show you a way that we can make this happen for you? And then your grandchildren will blah, 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 or whatever that pain is will be satisfied. This is a longer, patient conversation, and it requires skill. And if you practice, I promise you that you will earn and reap the rewards from it, not only financially, but at that closing where that client says, this would have never have happened without you. And now you have a client for life. And not only a client for life, but because of the way you've made them feel, they're going to tell everybody else about you. That's why this business is a craft. That's why the top agents in this business are so memorable to so many, because they have figured out how to have a conversation with people and ask questions so that people feel that they are getting what they want. And when your client wins, you win. This conversation, this positive present, negative future, positive future, you can do this with your children. You can do this with your family. You can do this with your employer. You can do this, or if you had an employer, you're the employer. You could do this with your employees on your team. You can do this. You can have this conversation with anyone. And it's not manipulation. What it is you are asking powerful questions to move someone from where they are that they think is amazing to where they are that's not so awesome, because They think it's amazing, but they want a change of some kind. So then you take them to why, well, if it's so amazing, why do you want to change? And you dig into that, and then you move over to negative future and you say, okay, well, if what is going on in your world right now is not so awesome and you want to make a change for these reasons, what happens if you don't make this change or you don't move forward or you don't make a decision? Who's impacted? What you're going to find in negative future is it's always about somebody else and not as much about them. It's always about the family, the grandkids, or entertaining, or any of those things. And then positive future is how you can actually be the white knight coming in on the white horse and showing them how you can get them what you want, what they want. Has this been helpful? It takes practice. It takes practice. So find a script, practice, partner, and practice. All right, you guys, I gotta go because I gotta get in the boardroom. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.